Hey, what's up, ladies and gentle tubers? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the eveRide channel, and in this midweek moto vlog, we're gonna get a little bit personal. Now let me just quickly warn you, these are midweek moto vlogs for a reason. They're titled as such, midweek moto vlogs. If you don't like moto vlogs, then you know, by all means, you don't have to come and watch them. If you like the more professional stuff, those happen on the weekends, so you can go ahead and skip these if you don't like it. I'm not offended. This is, you know, this is stuff that maybe I wouldn't even like to watch. Anyway, I just had a pretty cathartic comment session. I was talking with a subscriber named Brent, and you know, he initially wrote a comment that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, you know, and I tried to smooth things over, try to be kind of a diplomat, and you know, it was really kind of a cathartic situation, the response and everything like that. And I just want to clear things up. In fact, I was so bothered by it that I posted a thing on Facebook about it and was all offended. And, you know, as always, I took it down. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I get ridiculous a lot of times. But he basically just said, you know, there's something not right about you, and you know, kind of, I mean, he just laid it out like it is, and I agree with him. He basically said, you know, you kind of have this woe is me attitude because you're always talking about how you don't make money, but you work so hard with stuff, and, you know, like, if that's the case, then why do you still do this? And so I just kind of want to share, you know, what I responded with him, to him, with everybody, and just kind of give you guys a little overview of what's going on in my head and stuff like that. The truth is that I don't make a lot of money with this, but I'm really happy doing it. I came from a family that's not, you know, rich by any means, but they were well off. They were fine financially. We never struggled. And when I made the choice to become a teacher, I felt really criticized by my family. And then when I lost my job as a teacher, they were pretty, I don't know, they didn't really talk to me very much about it. They were ashamed of me. And when I started doing this, it was even more so. And so I get really defensive about my choice to do this. And that probably shows up in a lot of comments, and it probably shows up through my attitude. And I do agree that I kind of have this falling on the sword thing where it's like, you know, I work so hard for this community, I give away stickers, I give away free content, I never ask for anything, blah, you know, and I'm happy to be poor, and, you know, that is kind of the falling on the sword complex, and I'm sorry to do that, but it's this continual battle going on in my mind where I feel like I have to justify my decision to do this, because I'm always fighting it. I'm always trying to figure out, was this the best choice for my kids, for my family? Is this a gigantic mistake? My life savings is gone. My, you know, I have no savings. I have no retirement. And that's a little bit scary. And there it is again. You know, I'm talking about finances. I probably shouldn't, but that's just kind of the reality. And sometimes that spills over. Sometimes that insecurity in me does spill over. You probably noticed that I'm riding the WR290F right now. It's fantastic. It's not completely done. It's not even legal right now, but hey, it's St. George. Nobody cares. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of explain that to you. And really, when I talk kind of tongue-in-cheek about money and things like that, part of it is kind of that complex where I'm always trying to justify my decisions to myself and to my family. And the other part is I really, really do want to show anybody out there that you don't have to have a ton of money to really love life. It's not just about, you don't have to have a ton of money to enjoy moto vlogging or motorcycling, but you don't have to have a ton of money to enjoy life. And so when I talk about finances, some of it is kind of the falling on the sword thing, and I want to say it's not for sympathy. Maybe sometimes it is. I'm just being honest, you know. But the majority of the time, I want it to be a vibe of, you know, this is my life story. This is my success story. Where right now I am struggling. Things are hard. Things suck at times. But in general, I am happy. And when all is said and done, and at the end of the day, at the end of my life, I'm going to have a pretty awesome life story. You know, I went against convention. I tried something that nobody else is trying in a niche genre, you know, on bikes that people aren't really all that interested in. I'm going to turn around here. And yet, I'm making it happen, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm proud of the fact that I'm poor, and I'm proud of the fact that I will make it someday. You know, I'm amped about that, and I want my story to be inspirational. I want my story to be, look at me, like I don't have a lot of money. I have depression. I'm pretty freaking messed up in the head. ADD is rampant. I have some massive social anxieties, like talking on the phone. I just can't do it. And when people talk to me live, you know, when real people talk to me about YouTubing, I shut down, because to me this is just me talking to myself in my helmet most of the time. I don't imagine a lot of people out there actually watching videos. And I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of the times I just kind of see it as numbers, and they're not people behind the numbers. It's like, oh, I got 10,000 people to watch that video, 10,000 views or whatever. And I don't think of 10,000 individuals. I think of, okay, well, you know, I'm just talking to a camera. Anyway, guys, I hope that makes sense. I just want my story to be, things are hard, and I'm doing it. I'm succeeding. You know, everybody wants to tell a life story. I want my life story to be, I didn't go with the convention. I didn't do what people wanted me to do. I stood up to their criticisms, and I fought through it. And even though this, you know, this isn't a brave thing. This isn't like I'm serving in the military. It's not like, I mean, there's more honor in being a teacher, honestly. But it's something that I'm choosing to do, and sticking to it, makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I can do hard things. And I think that's why we ride when it really comes down to it, you know? I mean, this channel's not about doing amazing things. Right now I'm riding on a street slowly. When I'm in the dirt, I ride on the dirt slowly. I never do over-the-top things. I never am showcasing over-the-top motorcycles. I show cheap, you know, budget-friendly stuff, gear, motorcycles, whatever. And it's with this whole vibe of anybody can do this. Anybody can be happy doing this. It doesn't take a ton, you know? And likewise with life, it's like, if you want to do something, I firmly believe that if you're brave and if you stick to it, you can do it. So anyway, Brent, I really want to thank you especially for kind of encouraging such a good conversation. I do feel like, you know, I have the fall on the sword, woe is me mentality sometimes. I just kind of wanted to illustrate why that is a lot of the times. What I do want to be is relatable. I want people to feel like they're in my same shoes in some situations. And sometimes exposing weaknesses, and even if it's financial weaknesses, which in my opinion is inappropriate. But when you expose those weaknesses and show people that you're a real person, and yet you're still doing it, I'm proud of that. So you guys, I say it, I mean it, I love you guys. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for the comments. I didn't mean for last week's video to be like, I'm never going to answer comments again. That was not the gist of it. I still am going to answer a ton of comments. I just might not be able to get back to everybody as soon as I'd like. Anyway, let's end this thing. Much love, you guys. eveRide out.